Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Get Shit Done University podcast. I'm your host Tisha, and today we are diving into the world of SEO. That's short for search engine optimization. Once you have a website, you can use SEO to boost your brand's visibility and get organic traffic without having to spend a whole lot of money. So in this episode, I'm going to really explain to you all what SEO is, give you an idea of about maybe 2 to 3 things that you can do to optimize your website and make sure that you know your SEO is what it should be. Before we jump into everything, I want to make sure that everybody understands what SEO actually is. So SEO is short for search engine optimization, and the search engine is pretty much something like Google, Yahoo, Bing. It's not like your internet browser, which is, give me something else, Microsoft Edge. Your actual search engine is your Google. That's your Yahoo, it's your Bing, it's your DuckDuckGo. So when it comes to making sure that your website is optimized for search engines, that's what we call SEO in the marketing world. So SEO is making sure that you're following the best practices and the strategies that you need to improve your website's visibility to make sure that the search engines can see it. It's basically making sure your website can be found by search engines. And there are a couple of ways that you can do this, but you want to make sure that you're doing it on a consistent basis to make sure that you're consistently driving organic traffic to your website. So I'm going to give you guys these tips, but I don't want you to think that SEO is something that happens overnight, because it doesn't. So starting with the first thing, once you have a thorough understanding of what SEO is and you pretty much know what you're doing and what the task is, you can move on to the next step, which is keyword research. Keywords are pretty much the bricks that build the house of your SEO foundation. So when you're about to start your SEO strategy, when you're thinking about ways to market your business without having to spend any money, you want to start by searching for the keywords that your target audience is searching for when they search for your services or your products or whatever it is that you're offering. There are a couple of tools that you can use to figure out which keywords are trending, which keywords are actually being searched by your audience. But my personal favorite are Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, and I would say SpyFu, because SpyFu primarily because it allows me to look at what my competitors are doing. I don't necessarily use them in terms of keyword research or more so like actually developing a keyword strategy, but I do use it when I'm developing a keyword strategy that is specifically for a competitor focused campaign. In any other case, I would solely use Google Keyword Planner, which is a free platform. Just type it in on your search engine, Google, and it will show up. Now, once you use these tools, you'll basically use them, and they're all free. If they're not free, they have like upgraded plans that you can use, but for all intents and purposes, for what we're trying to do, this will work perfectly. The free versions of any of those sites that I mentioned will work perfectly. So what they'll do is they'll help you find high ranking keywords. They'll help you find the keywords that your audience is searching for. They'll help you identify the trends. They'll tell you when these keywords are trending, when they aren't trending, how expensive they are, how much people are actually paying to bid for these keywords, and how much people are actually using these keywords organically. All these things pretty much let you know how much you need to use these keywords and where you stand in terms of what these keywords mean. Now, once you identify the keywords, you need to find creative ways to insert them into your content on your website. This includes inserting them into your page titles, inserting them into your headings, inserting them into your meta descriptions, and any body text or copy that you have on the actual website. Now, a special thing to mention here is that when you're creating your headings, when you're creating your page titles, heading specifically, because if you've developed a website, you've seen something that's called a heading 1 or heading 2, H1, H2, H3. These things need to include specific keywords, and based on what you categorize that as an H1, an H2, or an H3, whatever keywords you choose to put there are going to ultimately tell Google or tell whatever search engine that you choose what your website is based on. So don't make it a habit to just create H1s, H2s, or H3s that don't have any relevant keywords in it. So you don't want to make your H1 something that says call now. That's a great H3, but it's a call to action. So your H1 needs to include a keyword. It needs to be, if you're a hairdresser, if you're a makeup artist, if you're a plumber, your H1 needs to include whatever industry you're in, whatever service you offer. So contact us today for professional hair services would be your H1. Your H3 would be contact us now. Your H2 would be, I don't know, affordable pricing or something like that. Affordable pricing in particular city. And all these things would kind of lend themselves to specific keywords that you can use. The second method is making sure that you are using high quality content, guys. Emphasis on quality. High quality and valuable content. That's what you want to focus on. You don't want to just give your audience just crap just to make sure that you're getting views. You don't want to just give them stuff to make sure that your page is full. You want to give them valuable content and things that they'll actually be drawn to. So you're making sure you're building up people that actually want to do business with you and not people that are just entertained by you. So when you're thinking about high quality content, when you're thinking about high value content, you want to think about blog posts. You want to think about articles. You want to think about DIY guides. You want to think about videos that you can create to kind of address your audience's pain points. You know your customers. You know what issues they have, which is why you should be selling them a solution. But in selling them that solution, make sure you're also providing them value at no charge. And the way that you do that is by creating well-written and engaging content. It's by providing them content that is valuable. Again, it can be a blog post, it can be a vlog, it can be a video, it can be a TikTok, it can be an infographic, whatever you choose. If it's an image, it can be a descriptive image, it can be a stick figure that you draw on a notepad. Whatever you choose, it needs to address their needs and provide a solution, and it needs to also include those keywords that we mentioned in the first reason. The last thing is a little more technical, and it is called on-page optimization. So on-page optimization is more so making sure that your website functions properly when people go to it. It's making sure that your website provides a seamless experience. It's making sure that if I pull your website up on my desktop, my tablet, my mobile phone, my Android, my iPhone, my BlackBerry, it doesn't matter what I pull your website up on. On-page optimization means you've gone the extra mile to make sure that the website works on all platforms and it delivers an acceptable user experience to everybody. So a big thing to note here is making sure that you're not loading images that are too large. A lot of times we want really, really high quality images on our website, and we just think that we can upload them. The big thing to know here is that the larger the picture, the longer it's going to take to load, and you don't have a whole lot of time to retain your audience's attention. So if you have a website that's picture heavy, you want to do something to make sure that you're compressing those pictures to make sure your page is optimized. Those were the top 3 things that I could recommend, and you guys can hit the ground with those running right now today. They're all free of charge, and they are all things that I can assure you will see a change in your traffic if you stay consistent with them. Number 1, keyword research. Number 2, high quality content that your users will find valuable. Number 3, on-page optimization. And I would say with that, we've covered the 3 most cost-effective SEO strategies that you guys can start with today. If you have any questions, if you have any topics that you want me to cover, as always, send me an email or reach out to me on social media. So thanks for checking in, and that's it, y'all. Be great. I appreciate it.